Yo, Cardano! What's going on, guys? It's Anthony. Hope everyone had a good day. So a couple weeks back, my grandmother turned 90, the big 90. Shout out to grandma. The reason why I bring this up, though, is because the whole family got together to celebrate it. And it was cool because, I'm Italian, so it's a big family. We all don't get together often. And I knew I was going to have the opportunity to talk to my cousin's boyfriend. She's been dating this guy for a few years now. And he works for Goldman Sachs, like in New York City. So I wanted to pick his brain and, see what his company thinks about cryptocurrencies. And, let it be known that he's younger than me. He's worked there for a few years now. I don't want to get too specific. I don't want to get him But, so obviously he's not like the head honcho, but he sits in all the meetings and, he's an employee there. Well, anyways, I ask him like, how much of your clients' portfolios are allocated to cryptocurrency these days? 5%, maybe less. Because I thought, maybe. And I could just as I was asking him this question, I could see in his face, it was like, no. And he told me that, to be real, in all the meetings that they've been having, cryptocurrency gets brought up in every meeting. And that he said a lot of their clients, a majority of them, and the larger clients want cryptocurrency, but they want to trade it. They want to do trading. And I thought that was interesting because through our conversations, our one conversation, he only mentioned 3 cryptocurrencies by name. It was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. And I mispronounced Ethereum. So, hey, sure. But, it was just interesting. And he didn't know about Cardano. And I mentioned to him, what about, staking? And how, you can generate passive income. So shouldn't, investment portfolios want passive income, right? And, when I mentioned staking, he said to me that he was like, oh, so don't you have to lock that up? And, I was just surprised that it seemed like Cardano was completely off their radar. So sure enough, he could tell that I was really into it and I had a lot of questions for him. And he sent me this thing in the mail where it's insight, digital assets, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's the investment. It's from Goldman Sachs, obviously, and they put it out in June, 2021. So I went through it and I found some interesting stuff, and I just want to share it with you guys a little bit. I'm not going to read it word for word. I want to keep this relatively short, but it's a good idea or a good insight, to get behind enemy lines and see what they're saying about our future. So to kick it off, it says, Dear clients, there's been enormous change in the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology since we first wrote about it in 2017. The number of cryptocurrencies has increased above 2,000 with the market capitalization of 200 billion. In late 2017 to nowadays with over 8,000 and 1.6 trillion. All right, yada, yada, yada. So right on the front page here, down at the bottom, I highlighted a few things, because they shout out that the cryptocurrency asset management firms have been launched. The largest firm is Grayscale. And we all know recently Grayscale announced that, they're invested in Cardano. Down at the bottom, it says about 400 cryptocurrency exchanges have set up shop. The largest US-based exchange is Coinbase, recently listed on the NASDAQ. The irony of a cryptocurrency exchange seeking liquidity through a traditional dollar-based equity exchange has not gone unnoticed. Down here, they mention people that are in companies that are now using blockchain technology, and they mention word for word, Walmart uses the technology to track its food products in order to maintain safety standards and minimize the risk of contamination. So that made their radar. I mentioned this in my first video, but that's a reference to VeChain and the work that that's doing. There's a link in one of my first videos about that. Also, though, here we got Ethereum is the most actively used blockchain for decentralized applications. However, the technology is evolving rapidly. Faster platforms such as Algorand and Solana have also been introduced and have second layer networks. So, and then in regards to their clients, it says, the most important question on our clients' minds with respect to digital asset ecosystem is whether cryptocurrencies form a legitimate asset class and therefore play a role in their investment portfolio. So that's really what this is trying to get to the bottom of. And I have a couple of bookmarks. I thought it was funny that they were teaching everybody what NFTs are and all the rage, and they use Rob Gronkowski, from the NFL, the tight end. But yeah. So then they have this breakdown, and let's see what I'm doing here. All right, so I just shared, the image of what I'm looking at. And basically, they're comparing different blockchains in the space. And as you guys can see, Cardano's not listed. It's no good. I did mention to my cousin's boyfriend that, if they ever need a guy, to come in there and teach them a thing or two about Cardano, I'm here. But yeah, so one key takeaway that I had just from thumbing through this thing is, by the end of it, they completely shit on cryptocurrency and say that, there's not enough data history and it's too volatile. And it's, they also mention a lot about the mining and how it's not energy efficient. And they say it's not for their clients and that they have no intention of investing as of yet. But one thing that I really took away from it was they really like Algo and Algorand. And they talk it up all the time. They say right here that it can process 1,000 transactions per second, but that it's expected to increase to 46,000 later this year. Ethereum 2.0 is expected to provide scalability at 10,000 transactions per second as it adopts the proof of stake approach. They say Algo supports multiple programming languages such as Python, Java, JavaScript, and Go, while Ethereum only has Solidity. It's just interesting that they keep comparing Algo and Ethereum as if that's the Ethereum killer in their mind. Who knows? I don't know. They don't say that. I'm just right here we got. We do not believe that cryptocurrencies are a strategic asset class that adds value to our clients' portfolios. So, they're not sugarcoating it. There's a lot of information here and a lot of data. They do their due diligence. Another key takeaway is that gold is not the optimal store of value. That one's for Peter Schiff. In the investment strategy group, we believe that gold is not a long-term store of value for the following reasons. Since the inception of pricing data, gold has provided an annualized real return of less than 1%, 0.9, barely outperforming inflation. Adjusting for storage and insurance costs, the estimated excess return drops to zero. The only asset class that hedges inflation on a consistent and reliable basis in U.S. equities, is U.S. equities, my bad. Well, there's maybe something else at the end here that I just wanted to get into. Yeah, because they break it down with their key takeaways, and I'll take a photo of this for you guys as well. But yeah, one of their key takeaways is that we are optimistic that blockchain technology will lead to efficiencies and enterprise operations and will also hinder the use and abuse of personal data by dominant technology companies. The role of certain intermediaries will be reduced. They also go on to say that technology advances could make the current blockchain technology obsolete. They're talking like quantum computing. Charles Hoskinson has addressed this. It's something that we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We can't lose sleep about it now, but quantum computing could do a lot of hacks to blockchains right now that we would otherwise say was unhackable. And well, their final key takeaway is after analyzing various valuation methodologies and applying our own multi-factor strategic asset allocation model, we have concluded that cryptocurrencies are not a viable investment for our clients' diversified portfolios. All right, Goldman Sachs. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Have fun staying poor.